Welcome to H2O Kids TV. I am still Wanda Big Blazer, and here is the scoop. Today we are going to talk about Elijah. Do some of you remember learning about when the kingdom of Israel was split in two? It was a complicated situation involving Rehoboam, Solomon's son, and Jeroboam. Rehoboam was not treating his people right. Long story short, the kingdom actually split. 1 Kings 12, the kingdom is divided. Our character today, Elijah, is a prophet from the northern kingdom. There are kings and kings and kings and kings and kings. Most of them not great. Not great. Does anyone remember what a prophet is? Who a prophet is? A prophet is someone who is in tune with the Lord. They hear messages from the Lord and they share those messages with the people. Elijah was a prophet in a not so great time. The king and queen of the country Elijah lived in was King Ahab and Queen Jezebel. They are not great. They were an evil and wicked king and queen. Jezebel, in fact, believed in a false god and actually had a lot of false prophets to this false pretend god. And so we're going to hear in a moment about little Elijah, one little guy, against all of these false prophets and all of the people of this country and a wicked king and a wicked queen. Open your Bibles. We are going to learn about a very dramatic story about Elijah. Remember, our God is the one true God. And now, live on the field, we have an interview with who? Elijah, with Elijah himself. Listen in.
Hello, welcome back to H2O Kids TV. I'm Noah and I'm here with Elijah.
Yeah, super stoked to be here, Noah. Thanks for having me.
Of course, we're thankful you're here. Would you mind telling us a little about yourself?
Sure I can. Well, my name's Elijah. My favorite color is a sort of grayish blue. I like snacks, naps, long walks on the beach.
No, that's not what I meant. Can you tell us a little about where you're from?
Oh, okay. I'm from the northern kingdom of Israel. Yeah, you know about how the Israelites' country got split in two because of the bad choices they made? I'm a prophet from the northern kingdom, and let me tell you, it is rough up there.
Who is the king of the northern kingdom right now?
King Ahab and his wife, Queen Jezebel. They're bad news bears. If you ever meet them, just turn around and go the other way. Trust me.
You said you are a prophet to the people of the northern kingdom. Can you tell us a little about that? What does a prophet like you do?
Well, there was this one time God told me to tell all the people that there was going to be a drought in the whole land. A drought means no rain, nothing.
Oh wow, that's wild.
And that drought lasted for 3 years. Can you believe that? After spending some time away from them, God told me to go back to Ahab and Jezebel and challenge Jezebel's false prophets of Baal to a contest. Both of us would call upon our God, and whichever one answered would be the one true God.
That's gutsy. Did Ahab and Jezebel take the dare? Did they gather all their false prophets?
All 450 of them, yep. So it's just little me up against 450 other guys who are absolutely convinced that their God is the one true God. It was crazy.
So what did you do? Obviously we both know who is the one true God, but how did you show them?
Well, God showed them. I was just following his directions. So here's what we did. I had the false prophets take a bull to sacrifice, and I took a bull to sacrifice. We put them on the wood, but instead of lighting them on fire for sacrifices ourselves, I said that they could call on their God, and if he lit the fire himself, then that would show he was real.
I assume that didn't work.
Nope, they danced all around, calling out to their God. He didn't show up. Maybe he was busy.
And then you called on our God, right? And he lit your sacrifice?
Well, before that, I had people fill massive jars of water and pour them out onto the sacrifice on the altar.
What? Why? Oh, was it to show that God could send fire down on something super wet? Fire and water don't mix, so it would be a huge miracle, right?
Well, yeah, I suppose so. But it was also to show my devotion to God. This was a real sacrifice. We were in a drought, remember? Water was precious and scarce.
And you poured buckets and buckets onto that sacrifice?
Well, God is worth everything.
So then what happened?
I prayed that God would show himself and that the people would turn their hearts back to him. God's fire came down and consumed the sacrifice. And then God sent rain on the land again.
Oh, wow. And then Ahab and Jezebel repented? Everything was great and wonderful after that?
Well, not exactly. A lot of other crazy things happened in my life. The world's a yucky place, but God used me in amazing ways. Those stories are for another time, I guess.
Oh, you're right. Look at the time, Elijah. My final question is this. What does the word faith mean to you?
It's a great question, Noah. I had faith in my God, the one true God, even when no one else did. A wicked king and queen, 450 prophets of Baal, and almost all the people of the northern kingdom, against little old me. I felt pretty alone, but my faith in God reminded me that I wasn't alone. He's with me all the time. He's with me in the consuming fire of a wild and wonderful sacrifice, and in a still small whisper.
Elijah, thank you for meeting with me. I'm glad we chose you as one of our big hitters of the Old Testament.
Wait, what's a big hitter?
It's a baseball term. It means someone who's very important.
What's baseball?
Oh, it's a sport from the future.
Fascinating. And what do you mean by Old Testament?
Never mind. Thank you for joining us, H2O Kids TV. I'm Noah, and we'll see you next time.
Wait. I have more questions. Is there a New Testament?
Well, yeah. But spoiler alert, the New Testament is all about this really important guy in the Bible who is actually the son of...
Thank you for joining us for Big Hitters in the Old Testament. We'll see you next week. Elijah. Volume is on.
Started as just like...
Okay. All right. So.
But...
Yeah. Okay.
I just need to put this down for a second.
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, Kings. Stop! Actually, we're going to be in 1 Kings. I think 2 Kings, there's a little bit about Elijah in 2 Kings, but most of it is about his apprentice, the guy who comes after Elijah. His name is Elisha, and he's one of my favorites because Jesus comes, and he is my favorite. But besides Jesus, Elisha was bald. And my favorite story in the Bible, probably my favorite story, of all time, 2 Kings 6. If you're feeling ambitious and you want to learn about somebody else who isn't our big hitter, read 2 Kings chapter 6, verses 8 through 17. It's just so good. It's so good, guys. It's so good. It's gonna blow your minds. Maybe I'm talking it up too much. I might be talking.